to arrive a little earlier for all of you, but this piece is like hands down probably one of the most spectacular.
It is a wow, yeah.
Spectacular home garden items I've ever presented in all my years on television. This is coming to you also from Leaf and Petal. This is a designer tricolor braided hibiscus tree. You're getting a tree today that has been hand braided. The trunk has been cultivated by the professionals over months and months. So it's really like 3 plants and 3 different colors of hibiscus all in one. Now we have one out here to show you about how big they can get, right,
This
Rochelle?
one will take a couple years to get this big.
And how big do they get?
I mean, well, look at me. I'm almost, I'm 5'10", and this thing is as tall as me. Of course, it's in a, in a pot, but it can get actually much taller. So this one's a few years old.
Up to 5 feet tall. Now, when you receive yours, it's luckily not going to be that big. It might not fit in the truck, but we'll show you this size. And this is the size that it comes arriving to you. And that's gonna already be 2 to 3 feet high.
It is, it's already about 3 feet tall. It can go right in, and I would put it right in a bigger container when you plant it. And I would say you can plant this in the ground, particularly if you're in the South, but you're not gonna wanna plant this in anything but a container if you are anywhere north of kind of, you know, the southern states, really. And the reason for that is because this is considered an annual everywhere except the deepest, warmest parts of our country. So
if you have it in a planter,
then you bring it inside.
Then you bring it inside for the winter. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
And it doesn't get too big, so you can bring it inside for the winter. When you bring it inside for the winter, it will continue to bloom for you. You're gonna have to change its care a little bit, keep it a little more humid by putting some water in the base. You don't want it to sit in water, but just put some gravel in there so it can get some nice humidity, and it won't bloom quite as much for you in the indoors, but it will continue to bloom most of the year.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, you get all that tropics in your house in the winter and in your patio in the summer.
So I see a tropical flower and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm probably never gonna be able to maintain this. So is there any tricks to bringing out the most beautiful bright blooms?
No, you just water it basically. This is these are really easy to grow, And what we've done too is we've braided. So this braided trunk is actually.
Can we come in close on the trunk, guys? I would love to show that to you because this is something that you would expect to, spend a fortune on if you were to find out there anywhere else. Let me put my hand back there so you can see. And we can also show you on the larger plant as well. So these were actually 3 different plants.
3 different. And so there's 1 yellow, 1 pink, and 1 red. And so when you get it, you get this sort of tree where you have all 3 different blooms. So that's why you get the 3 different blooms, is because each stem is a different color.
So you're really like getting 3 trees,
you're really getting
3
3 trees
for $59.95. Also, we'll take care of the shipping, and because it is an annual.
It's gonna have a slightly different shipping schedule than what we had for the other one that only just to arrive 2 weeks later. So if you were to buy the Shasta daisies or the lavender and this, they would not come together, just so you know what to expect. So these come a little bit later just because they're annuals, but again, all of our plants come when you're meant to plant them. So
perfect, because if you're in the deep South, you're gonna get these like next week.
Yeah, if you order now, it's coming right away.
If you're in South Texas, if you're in Southern Florida, you're gonna get these like next week, and then a week or 2 later, you'll see how it slowly will get farther north up the map. Of course, California is gonna get theirs right away, and then you'll know exactly when it arrives is the best time to plant, which I just love that idea. And
I'm trying to make it easy for everybody. So
now I read that these can attract butterflies and hummingbirds.
All kinds of birds actually, but hummingbirds specifically, and the butterfly and the bees too. I mean, we really like to support all of our pollinators, and so these are another great option. Along with, to be honest, those lavender, the bees and the butterflies love those too. They are they just bring it right in there. So
these would look really good in pairs too, because they're so, I would say, stately and grand. I mean, look how they look on each side of a bench, or if you have an entryway, or if you have a gate, if you have a door.
You know, my dear friend, she threw a graduation party for her daughter last last year at graduation time, and it was a fiesta theme, and she had it around the pool. And I thought, so I saw these last year, and when I saw them, I was like, oh, she should have had 4 of those just flanking that pool. It would have been perfect for that fiesta party. It just perfect colors.
And I love that you're already getting a very substantial tree. It's already going to be 3 feet high. And this is what it's going to look like, would you say, about 2 years?
I would give this 2 years.
Give it a couple
But you do need to
years.
overwinter it. So unless you're in the south, in those green areas on that map, that is where you're going to be able to actually keep it outside.
Does this need a lot of sun, a little sun, shade?
It doesn't want shade. It wants full to part sun. So, you know, you can have it on your patio. If your patio is a little shaded, that's going to be completely fine. But it does want a little bit of sun.
Oh, I just think these are so amazing. Unfortunately, we have to go, but this was so fun, Rochelle. Thank you for bringing us all these gorgeous designs from Leaf and Petal. Does that inspire you to get your garden in, or at least start thinking about it? Know that you're getting those great guarantees and great quality from Leaf and Petal. Thanks, Rochelle.
You're welcome.
Good
Thanks
to
for having
see you,
us.
and we're so glad that Leaf and Petal is here at